What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day, and I'm starting to wonder how hard the fall from 2022 is going to be. I mean, could this year get any crazier? Not only has it been an emotional roller coaster from the start of this year being the absolute worst time of my life to the last 4 months being the best, but it just keeps coming, and I hope that we can ride this wave right on into 2023 and just keep having cool stuff happen. I do have one final big bang to go out with for 2022. Hopefully I can pull that off, fingers crossed. But for right now, we've got yet another crazy item to talk about. Now, I don't know what happened up in Slipknot heaven, but these Slipknot gods have just decided to bless me and bless me real good and real hard this year. Slipknot shit just keeps falling into my lap, and this is an item that I've been meaning to make a video on since PaleFest, but because things have been so crazy, I just haven't really caught a second to do so. So in today's video, we are going to take a look at that item and get something out of the way that is long overdue. Are you ready? In today's video, we have a real Slipknot witness mask. Some of you guys out there are probably wondering, what's a witness mask? Well, in the Slipknot music videos from the Insofar era, we have seen a few returning characters, one of them, or a few of them, I should say, being the witnesses. And this is a real deal witness mask. Now, let me tell you exactly how I got this thing and explain a little bit more about the piece. As I mentioned, the witnesses are returning characters that are kind of portraying some sort of storyline in the new Slipknot music videos. You can see a lot of these characters in the background wearing various masks that look exactly like this. However, each one is hand-painted and hand-done and one of a kind. Now, my buddy Paul J. Vick is actually the person that made these masks for those music videos, and they originally asked him to do 2 or 3 of them, but he ended up doing a whole handful, somewhere around 20, and I have one here now thanks to Paul Vick. Paul was kind enough and gracious enough to drop one off when he came here for PaleFest just as a gift, and I'm pretty happy about that because it falls right in line with everything else that started around PaleFest and is still going on right now in terms of the real deal Slipknot stuff. At PaleFest alone, I got my first stage use Slipknot mask, which was a clown mask. I got my second stage use Slipknot mask, which was a clown mask, and I got a real deal Corey Taylor mask on top of this thing. Honestly, there's probably some other crazy shit in there that I'm just forgetting about because there's so much at this point that it's really hard to keep track of. The best of 2022 video at the end of this year is going to be insane. But yeah, as I was saying, Paul went out of his way for the band and made way more than he was asked and gave them all sorts of options. We've got these plastic kinds like this, with this nice strap job there on the back, as well as some latex copies that were thrown into the mix as well, so that they could pick and choose exactly which ones they wanted, and as I mentioned, Paul told me that they ended up using all of them. And again, I've got one here now. It's only fitting, it belongs in the collection, right? Wait a second. This means that I have 2 Yin music video used masks, because I've got this one and I've got that one, oh yeah, I've got the Digiface mask straight from Sid. Have I mentioned that yet? Sid gifted me a mask at Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys have heard. Regardless, what we've got here is just a basic female face with some smeared lipstick, and that is pretty much what all of them are. However, as I mentioned, they are all completely different. All of these were hand done by Paul, and it was a really simple idea, so he went ahead and mixed it up and just did all sorts of different smearing and weathering and stuff like that on these pieces, so that every single one of these would be slightly different while sticking with the uniform theme. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have too much more to say about this. Huge thank you to Paul for coming through like a real G. He is an OG. Day one homie. Been good friends with this dude for fucking a long time now, actually, that I'm thinking about it. I don't know when we would have linked up, maybe 2012 or something like that. Paul would probably know the answer, but he's been ride or die through and through. I've kicked it with him a bunch of times. He hooked us up at the gathering earlier this year. He's just the man. Paul, I just love you, buddy, and I'm super proud of you, man. Like, that's something that we barely even touched on in this video. Like, Paul got to do every Slipknot mask maker's dream and make a Slipknot mask for Slipknot that's been used in 2 videos now. That's pretty fucking tight, right? So shout out to Paul. Mad respects to Paul. I will be dropping his information down below. Make sure sure to go check him out. He is always hooking us up here on the channel, and he's always up to something cool. So make sure to go show him some love and let him know that I sent you. Maybe he'll keep hooking us up with cool stuff in the future. And with all of that out of the way, I am pretty much done and ready to get out of here. So as always, I'm going to leave you guys with some nice up-close shots of this piece so that you can see all of the beautiful, beautiful detail, and that will be that. So thank you guys very, very much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below. Yeah, I'm telling you to like the video. It really does help, and I would like to keep this train a-chugging. So until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to music video used masks, and we will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, maybe. Probably not. Dumb. Hate it. Dumb.
Swollen teeth style?
Yeah.